Yeah. Cheers.
Mm.
Mm. Well, welcome, guys. Welcome back to our second episode.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad to be back. It's really fun. The first one was really, really great. Kind of a shit show, but
The first episode. Oh, hi,
Yeah.
guys. Yeah. Welcome back. Sorry, just got...
good.
That was kind of messy.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. I'm all right.
That was a juicy-ass orange.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. Tequila Tuesday.
Yeah.
Every
Oh, yeah.
Tuesday.
Happy Tequila Tuesday. Every single Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
We celebrate Tequila Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. What happened?
I don't know. What happened to you?
I have allergies
Oh,
and it's dumb.
yeah.
Tired of it.
I hate allergies. Allergies are the worst.
It's been a rough couple days, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. Anyways, so our first episode is finally out. It's been out for almost 24 hours. And
Yeah.
so far we've gotten some pretty good feedback.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We appreciate everybody's support that they have given us the past couple of days. That has been really, really great.
Yeah.
It's really awesome to see that everybody just respond. Not everybody, but a lot of people responding, being like, I really love what you guys are doing. It's really fun. It's really exciting. It's like, well, yeah, we're just being ourselves. We're just doing our thing that we want to do.
Yeah. And we also like look back at the episode and we're like, dude, we suck. Like we have no attention span at all. Like we didn't even introduce ourselves.
Yeah. We just straight up jumped into it. We
Yeah.
kind of started off with like, oh, before we get started, we're going to play a game.
And then we never
Played a game
actually...
and then just jumped right into it like as if we already introduced ourselves. But we didn't even talk about ourselves at all. Like, so yeah, guys, you guys have no idea who we are.
I mean, we talked about ourselves, but
little
we
bit,
didn't
but not
talk
too
about...
much.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyways, this is Daniel over here.
Hello.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And you are?
You call me Anna or you can call me Sally.
Okay.
Don't ever call me the L word.
Sally Wally?
No, the L word. What the
I'm just calling you Sally Wally.
No, that's dumb. This is Daniel.
Hello.
That's Keyman.
Yeah, that's our cat. It's one of our cats.
He just wants to... Anyways.
Yeah. I'm a filmmaker and I'm a photographer. And I recently just started off as a part-time teacher here in the Lawrenceburg High School. I became a teacher because I wanted to be able to give an opportunity for the students and for the people of Lawrenceburg to see that there is something else there to do. And with my knowledge of filmmaking, that's what I wanted to bring and to do. And doing filmmaking and photography is just, oh, he's cute.
He is cute.
Just to do the filmmaking is something I really wanted to do. And it's one of my goals to bring the film industry down here into the southwest of New Mexico. It's like really popular in Albuquerque and Las Cruces, but I just want to be able to be that, I guess, that center to bring it out more towards this way, because this area is really beautiful and the scenery is great. And this town itself even has like a great history to create some stories and to do some things. And even out further, Silver City, Wilcox, Cliff, Clifton. What's that other one? Bisbee? Bisbee's pretty cool. But
Yeah.
just like all these areas, just wanted to be the center of it all for
Where else?
filmmaking.
Isn't Bisbee in Arizona?
Yeah, it's in Arizona.
Oh, yeah. I was
But
going to say,
it's
well,
still-
we're also like really close to Arizona
Yeah.
too. So there's just a lot of good shit all around us. And, you know, we also want to show that, you know, you can still succeed from a tiny ass town like Lordsburg. Like you don't have to be from a big city to have all this like success or whatever and whatever you're trying to do. Because in the last episode, if you remember me saying like, you know, you don't have to be discouraged just because you're from a small town. Like, you can still be big from a small town. Like, you don't need all this extra stuff. Like, you can still build your shit right here in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah. That's
middle of everywhere.
That's one of the things that we're trying to bring forward as well. Just that you could be anywhere and still create a name for yourself and still be, you know, successful. This is Sally.
Hi.
What do you do?
Well, I am a painter, and I mean, I don't know. Mostly I've been painting for fun, just because I need to focus on myself and do my own shit. But I can do I have done some commissioned pieces for people, and things like that. Stickers. I sold a bunch of stickers at one point, which I'll probably get back into that. But yeah, just
you got some stuff lined up.
Yeah, I'm an artist.
Yeah, she's a really good artist. If you guys haven't seen it, you guys should. You could check out her
my personal Instagram.
Yeah, her own Instagram, and you can see all of her pretty cool artwork that she's done. Oh, I just grabbed the bottle.
Shit, go ahead.
Yeah, let's do another shot.
You ready? I'm ready.
I'm ready for
ready
a shot.
If you're ready. Down if you're down.
I feel a little
nervous.
Not just nervous, but just ready to roll, man.
Right? Yeah. It's me. Dang. We have a bunch of animals, and they take a lot of time.
They do.
They take up a lot of time. A lot of my time during the day and stuff. Just taking care of them and spending time with them. But
it's just 20 cats.
Almost.
At one point, we almost had 20 cats.
We had 17, but they were mostly kittens because 2 of our cats got knocked up. We're being little whores.
Freaking little cats, man. Cheers.
Freaking little cats?
Yeah.
Did we talk about the orange thing already?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
Not yet.
Hold on.
You could just hear. Well, these oranges.
Mm-hmm.
So you know how last episode we were chasing with cranberry juice. Another really good chaser is oranges with chamoy and tahini.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember exactly when we first started doing that. But
I don't know. but
there was one family trip with my dad's side of the family to where we were going to Alpine for a camping trip, and we're just like, oh, what should we chase with this time? I'm like, let's just take some oranges. Like, all right, cool. So we got a sack of oranges, went out there, had a handle of tequila, and so we started chopping up the oranges, pouring up for just a handful of us, and giving everybody an orange, and everybody just kind of like,
yeah, they were like, kind of chaser, and like, dude, got you an orange, poured all kinds of chili and stuff on it, and passed them around, and people were kind of like, I've never had it with the orange, and I'm just like,
try it. It's really good.
What do you mean? Do it. And ever since then, I mean, people liked it, and then ever since then, every time we showed up to like certain cousins' houses, they had like the oranges busted out already, ready to go with tahini and chamoy. Like, we were like, huh? So you liked it, did you? And they're like, oh yeah, never look back. So now it's like a thing. Like every time, like they post that they're drinking tequila, they have like their little plate of oranges, and I'm just like, hell yeah, it's the way to go. It's
really cool. And then whenever some people are like, oh, I'm chasing my tequila with oranges, like, oh, cool. Like, where'd you hear that from? When we're hanging out with somebody, they're all, oh, I heard it from one of your cousins. Like, hey, we showed them that.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. It's really good. So if you guys haven't tried it, definitely recommend it because it's really good.
Yeah, you're missing out. So if you know us, you already know what we're drinking. Not just tequila. We're drinking hornitos. Little ovens. Hornitos.
We like hornitos. It's our go-to.
Yeah.
It's not expensive.
Reposado though, not
reposado. Reposado
or
is
lime shot.
Pretty much the best type of tequila, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Lime shot is
disgusting.
Lime shot is disgusting.
I hate like people bring it. Oh, I brought your favorite, and I'm like, dude,
it's like
pay attention.
Pay attention. Oh, geez, I'm the worst one to talk about paying attention about what I'm buying.
That's true. We're not getting into that right now.
Just saying, the amount of times that I have bought diet something is ridiculous. Is ridiculous.
Yeah. So, do you remember the first time you drank tequila?
Yes and no. I don't know if this is the exact time when I first had tequila, but I just know one of like the first memories of drinking tequila, which was a great night, by the way. So we're at a friend's house, and I think we're playing like Cards Against Humanity or something like that, and we're just all in the living room, just hanging out, playing the game, just going at it. I did have some beer as well. I was drinking it. I was new to drinking as well, so I didn't really drink that much. It was still getting familiar with it.
Yeah.
And our friend, she was pouring up tequila. I don't know what kind of tequila, but she was just pouring
like
up.
Cuervo, and she had like different kinds of tequila, but she kind of went crazy. Well, so her thing is like as a bartender, I noticed too, like she like give you another beer without like asking you if you want another one, just like right away, and you're like, whoa, like I'm barely halfway, chill. And then she was just serving up shots.
Yeah,
and she was just like
she
serving
had it
up
on a
rounds.
tray. So she every time she went to the kitchen, she came out like, all right, here's another round of shots. And I'm like, all right, cool. And it was just salt and lime, just the typical traditional way.
Yeah,
and just all right, cheers. All right. And I don't know how many minutes later, but she came back with another round.
As soon as
I was like, all right, cool.
As soon as she collected all the shot glasses and washed them out, she filled them all back up. And I was just like, okay, I was like, hey, man, like, you should just relax for a little bit. Like, I know you're trying to be a good hostess and all that shit, but I was like, And then I noticed, like he was taking shots. I didn't know you were taking that many shots. And I was just like, I was like, whoa, hold it. Stop taking shots. I'm fine. And then before you know it, spilled shot on the carpet.
Huh?
Spilled shot on the carpet.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh.
Disappeared to the bathroom.
I disappeared to the bathroom. I didn't crawl my way. Did I crawl my way? No, I think I just like disappeared to the bathroom.
Yeah, I was like, where the heck's Daniel at?
It's like I knew I was getting sick, and I was like, well, and I hate being sick. I really, really hate being sick. I hate throwing up. It's the worst thing in the world. So it's like when I feel that little thing happening, I'm like, it's time to go. So I go into the bathroom, sneak away, and I throw up. I do my business over there, and then a few minutes, I'm crying too because I hate throwing up. So I'm already crying. She goes into the bathroom, being like, "Dude, what do you do? What's wrong?" I'm like, throwing up, do the whole thing.
It's gross.
And I just
night.
I start crying like really bad, like really, really bad. And she's like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "I'm so sorry. I threw up your spaghetti that you made tonight." It's like, it's stupid now, but it's like, I was more upset that I was throwing up her spaghetti that she spent time preparing for that night for dinner. Yeah, I pulled a whole Step Brothers thing on.
Yeah, you kind of did.
Yeah, and after that, I was like, you think that's like, I would stop drinking tequila after that just because I was like, oh, the first time I drank tequila was the worst night ever. I was like, no, it was actually just really good. And I don't know how long it was until we started drinking tequila again. But just got back into it. Just got back on that horse and kept riding it. What about you?
What?
Your first time drinking, not Hornitos, but tequila.
Well, okay, so I didn't get sick, but I think it was like it might have been a Thanksgiving or something. We were at my mom's house, and I wasn't much of a drinker either. I was just like I would not take shots. Like, you couldn't pay me to take a shot. But my brother was like, you know what? Like, he pulled out this bottle, and he's like, it was on ice, and then he's like, let's do shot. And I was like, ew, dude, like, no, please, like, please don't make me. Please don't make me. But he was like, let's just do it. Come on, family, bro. And like, it was one of the first times that like my brother and I actually like got along really well. And so I was like, oh, fuck. Fine. poured us a shot, salt and lime, and I was like, ugh, man, this is gonna end terribly. And like I took it, and it was like really like it was just good. Like it was so good, and I was just like, what the heck have I been doing my whole life? And then, you know, before you know it, I'm just sitting there like drinking shots by myself.
Mm.
And I'm just like, dang, like this shit is going down good. And then all of a sudden, like my brother's like, hey, do you guys want a shot? Like, cause he had friends over and they're like, no, we're good. And then he's like, well, my sister like pretty much drank almost half this bottle by herself. And I was just like, I did?
Yeah.
I was like, no, I wasn't even that drunk, but you know what I mean? I was just like, oh, dang, did I really drink that much? Like by myself? Like, dang. But ever since then, like I just never went back. Yeah. And I was just like, we're doing tequila shots from now on, and that was that.
We whenever we started drinking, like just more, we started having like these. We talked a little bit about it last video, but we would have Tequila Tuesdays, to where we would just like cook a really, even if it was first, it started off just us two mainly, just having a good dinner and drinking tequila and all that, and watching a movie. Then our friend came along, and it was just us three drinking and cooking dinner and all that. And every now and then we invited like watching a movie. We started inviting someone else to do the same thing, and then
like, hey, Tequila Tuesday, and they're like, heck yeah, and then like they would bring a friend, and then you know we'd have like a bunch of random parties like every Tuesday, just randomly, and sometimes like it would just be me and you, like you know nobody would come over or whatever, but either way, like everybody already knew like, oh, it's Tuesday.
It's like, Tuesday, so there's gonna be a party at Daniel's and Anna's.
Yeah,
it's pretty great. I like that.
Pretty funny.
And then it is pretty funny. And whenever people think about tequila, they usually think about us, which I find kind of special.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the reasons why we called it Talaveras and Tequilas, just because when people think about us or think about tequila, they think about us.
Yeah. Huh. What does that say about me? I'm just kidding. I don't care.
I was like, what?
I don't care.
I mean, like, they do think about you.
Well, yeah, I know, but it's like, it's funny. I mean, people give us shit for like drinking so much, or you know, like they're just, oh, you guys drink too much, or I don't know why you guys drink too much. Oh, you guys are alcoholics, and you know, if people say stuff behind our backs, they're like, oh, all they do is drink, and it's like, bitch. No. I know people that like are way more productive than I am, and they wake up and the first thing they do is reach for a beer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
yeah, no, we don't do that. We
don't even go there.
When we know that we're gonna be home, that's when we really, if we know we're gonna go to the bar or anything like that, we're responsible about drinking. All right, I think it's time for another one.
I'm gonna throw up. I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah.
Last time I got the hiccups, I was so annoyed. I think it had to do with like heartburn too. Plus 11 shots in like 2 hours. That's kind of a lot.
That is kind of a lot. Also, have you guys like taken a look at our shot glasses?
They're cute.
They're cute. Mine's a little got all the planets on there. Got a comet on there. Got the sun. It's a little astronomy looking type of shot glass.
Does it glow in the dark?
No, it does not glow in the dark.
Mine
it looks
does.
like it would, but
no,
it doesn't. Yours does it?
No. Shoot. Mine's a little cactus because it's cute.
Yeah.
No, this one was a gift from my niece, Jordan.
Hey.
What up? Yeah, she brought me back this from like a little souvenir shop. And I was like, oh, it's perfect because I've been going like with like my artwork. It's all cactus for some reason. I just been going through this really big phase of that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's funny. So, I mean, it's not all the time, But there are times when we do have a tequila face. But whenever we drink with people for like the first time, whatever, they're like, man, guys, how do you guys drink it? You guys don't even have a tequila face. I'm like, oh, well. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know how to respond to that. I'm just like,
I know, right? Yeah, same.
I just put it down. That's
It's
it.
like, okay, cheers. Wow, you didn't even make a face. And I'm like, then I make a face because I'm just like,
Yeah.
you're dumb.
But sometimes we do make a face just because sometimes it just hits wrong. But that's just sometimes. Though.
Yeah, we saw you.
Oh, yeah, huh?
I'm just kidding.
But that one, like, whenever I threw it down, it kind of like, you know how whenever you like swallow wrong when you're like during like some sort of thing, like a award ceremony or whatever, and it's like all quiet and all that.
And then you choke on your spit.
And then you're just like,
you're trying to hold it in. Just tequila, yeah. So a lot of people are always like, oh, I try to stay away from tequila because it makes me violent. Or, you know what I mean? They only drink certain types of liquor, or dark liquor makes me violent, or like whatever. And I'm just like, dude, I don't believe in that.
Yeah. No, it's like we've drinking,
Drunk,
drink,
You want to drink?
Yeah, let's do a drink.
Yeah.
Like
We've
different type of whiskeys.
Yeah,
and
we went through a really big rum phase too.
Yeah, we
like
did go
all
through a
we
rum
drank
phase.
was like Captain Morgan for like ever. But too much it's too much sugar, too much of a hangover.
Oh yeah, terrible hangover.
And whatever. Anyways.
And vodkas are like,
if there's no good tequila, we'll just drink vodka.
Yeah.
And even then people are like, oh no, I don't drink vodka because I always end up getting in a fight with somebody. And I'm like, dude, that's just because you're a violent person.
Yeah.
Like the kind of, I mean, I guess you can say tequila is like an upper, you know, instead of like a downer like most liquors. But I don't know. I just don't feel that way about specific types of alcohol.
Makes you a certain type of way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people say that, but I'm just like, dude, like.
I mean, I think I've experienced like all of my emotions with just tequila. Like there's been moments where we drink and I'm just bawling my eyes out. And there's times where we drink and I'm just like elevated the whole time. And there's times that we drink and I'm just like mad. But it's the way I feel is just like the way where your state of mind is beforehand, leading up to it.
Yeah.
So it's like if you wake up and you're just like already pissed off or like in a bad mood or something's bothering you, that liquor is going to bring it out of you.
Yeah. Whether you want it to come out or not. But it's like you can't blame the alcohol at that point because it's like that's on you. That's your own like self-control. That's your own like issues speaking out loud.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, obviously the alcohol melts away all like your filters and stuff like that, but it's not because of a specific type of alcohol. Or at least that's how I feel.
Right.
I don't know if that's like I don't know if it's like a scientific thing or whatever. No, somebody Google it and let me know.
Yeah. It's like I feel like that's just the like base of our experiences.
Yeah.
It's like there's been times where people can be like when we're drinking with people, we're just like having a good time, we're really great, and all of a sudden this person just like switches. Mm-hmm. And then there we are just being like,
what is the problem?
Like, relax.
Yeah.
Relax. And we're still like,
we're good.
In control and stable and just making sure that everything is just good. Yeah.
We can be completely blacked out drunk and still trying to like get people to like chill out.
Yeah. Yeah. Because like at the end of the day, like I know I'm going to be okay. I know I'm going to be safe. But I just worry about other people because sometimes they just like are on a totally different plane going who knows where. Yeah.
Emotionally, mentally.
Yeah.
Cheers. Let's see where I end up tonight. Just kidding.
It's always funny when people are like like total strangers when we're out drinking. Total strangers can just like grab me like by the shoulders and just like bring me like super close and just be like, I'm gonna tell you everything about me right now, and I want you to help me. And I'm like, okay.
Ew.
Well,
I hate when people do that. I mean, I've had like similar experiences, not like that, but you know, when they're just like, oh my God. Especially in the girls' bathroom, like, ugh, God. I'm just there washing my hands, and then some girl will be like, oh my God, I have all these issues and this and that. And I'm just like, okay, so why don't you be the boss ass bitch that you're trying to be and just fucking own it and just like step out there and make your stupid ex jealous. Like, I don't like, I'm just like, why are you telling me this shit? And then they're just like, okay, cool, thank you so much. Let me buy you a drink. And I'm like, okay, let's go.
Yeah. And I'm just out there just like with my beer, just waiting, you know, or talking to somebody or whatever. And then I see Anna just coming out. I'm like, who is that following her? And then she comes up like, yeah, I made a new friend. I'm like, cool, who is she? I don't know.
People buying us drinks and we're just like,
should we talk about
heck
that?
yeah. What? My boobs?
No. So there was this one time we there was a show to go see this band, one of our favorite bands, and also like really good friends of ours. I love them. So we're pre-gaming in the parking lot, in this parking garage that we were in, and just all right, you know, just trying to catch a buzz before we go into the venue because we don't want to spend any money on any alcohol.
No, that's not it.
What?
That's not it.
That's not it?
Yeah, it is it, but okay, so we're in the car pre-gaming and stuff, and we're not just pre-gaming because we're not trying to spend money. We're trying to pre-game because like we get nervous.
Oh,
we're just like,
right. Yeah, we get nervous, especially with like a crowd of people where it's like, you know, that whole anxiety of,
and then like
people.
Especially being in a new place and you're just like, you know, you're just like all stuttering and you're like, where do I go? And then so we're pre-gaming in the car, and then we get to the show.
Yeah, get to the show, and we're just like casually just like looking at everything, you know, looking at the merch, looking at the people, like
Checking out the opening band.
kind of scoping it out and be like, who are, like, not saying like who are these people, but just getting familiar with the area, you know, just that whole. I feel like it's a survival instinct type of deal.
Oh yeah,
at least on my part, I'm always just like scanning and zoning out and making sure everything is, just reading the room, just like, is everything good? Like, everything's good.
So we get into the venue and we're just waiting for like, you know, the main band to come on, and after this one band played with a girl singer, and she sounded like Lady Gaga, so it was like they were actually good. Like they got the crowd going, like they were super catchy, like they were a good band. Mm-hmm. And so this girl, she kind of comes out, she's kind of hanging around, and we're like, oh hey, like, you know, let's go tell her that she fucking like owned it,
friggin' rocked it.
Yeah. So we go up to her, we're like, hey, like how's it going, whatever, and there she's just like super nice, and like she seemed like she wanted to hang out with us too. Like she was just vibing, just talking to a bunch of people, and like, because
usually whenever we talk to other band members, they're like, oh yeah, cool. Mm-hmm. I'm like, no, you guys are really great. Yeah.
Yeah, no, she was just down to hang out like, for a bit. You know, yeah, she was like
talking
super,
to us,
yeah,
and hanging out with us.
And she was, so this like drunk girl comes up to us and she's like talking to me and Daniel, like, oh my god, you guys are so awesome on stage. And me and Daniel, like, we look at the drunk girl and then we look at the singer and we're just like, huh? And we're like,
she kind of gave us that look like, just call her.
Yeah,
just call her.
she did. And she was just like, just, we're all, you know, right, we're thanks. Like, oh, we're like, cool, thanks. And she's like, let me buy you guys a drink. And I was like, oh, actually. And then like the girl was just like, no, go ahead. Like she's buying you drinks. Like, do it. Like, just, okay, fine.
If anybody's going to buy you a drink, go for it.
Yeah. So she bought us drinks, and then she gave us tequila shots. And then, I think she dropped her drink. And that's when we were like, oh, she's drunk. She's like done. She's done. Yeah. And then the other girl, like, we're like, where are your friends? And she's like, oh, they're over there. They just like they're ignoring me right now. And I was like, what the
I
fuck?
wonder
Like,
why.
yeah, but at the same time, it's like, dude, don't do that to your friend. Like, don't let your friend go off and talk to a bunch of
especially if
strangers.
they're that drunk too.
Especially if they're that drunk. And she was, yeah.
So now I feel bad what I just said right now.
What'd you say?
Because I was like, I wonder why. Because she's like really drunk about like letting her friend go off. But I'm like, no, you're right. You're right. You probably shouldn't let your friend go out alone.
I mean, yeah, still
Wander
just
off.
talking to a bunch of strangers or whatever. And she's like, I don't know where my friends are. They're just ignoring me right now. And I'm like, that sucks.
Yeah.
And we felt bad. And we were like, oh man.
Yeah.
You idiot.
So then, we got a shot, and then we're talking to the lead singer of this band, and then our band was starting to play. So we're like, all right, well, like it was great to meet you, but we're gonna go up front. She's like, yeah, go ahead, guys, go.
Yeah, I was like, she's like, I can't wait for them to play, and I was like, are you gonna be up there and like, are you gonna like dance too, or are you just gonna stand in the back? Like, I think you should like hang out with us and like, we'll just like jam, whatever. I was like, no, it's okay.
Yeah.
And then
so we're like, all right, well, this is our band, so we're gonna go up there and go have a great time because
this is what we came to see.
This is what we came to see.
Yeah, but remember, I think it was after. Yeah. So, anyways,
so we're up front jamming as we always do.
Show was great as usual, and then after the show, we see this girl again, not the drunk one, the singer girl, and then she's like, "Oh, hey guys," and then she bought us a round of shots too.
Oh yeah,
and then she also gave us shirts.
She did.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did. Cool. She gave us 2 shirts for free. We're like, "Are you sure?"
Like her band shirts.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Yeah, of course. Like, what size do you want? Which one do you want?" And I was like, "Dude, like, no, I feel bad. Like, we're supposed to be supporting you. Like, don't." And she's like, "No, you know what? Don't worry about it. Like, I want you guys to have a shirt and I want you guys to have a shot, like, on me." And we're like, shit, if you insist, bitch.
Yeah, if you insist. like we still feel like truly like not deserving of that, but we're just like, well, like, I mean, if you're insisting, if you're pushing this onto us, if you're twisting our arm, sure, all right then,
might as well.
We'll accept it and we'll take it with absolute gratitude. So we did that. Did we get Ann Arbor shirts too or no? Ann Arbor anything? What did we get? A set list?
No.
Yeah, it was handed to you.
We got the yellow shirt I wore in the last episode.
Oh, that's right. I think that's the only thing that we got was just that shirt. And then, so we're leaving the venue. Wait, no, we ran into Slade, right?
Probably.
And Slade was telling us to go to this bar, Funky Monks,
which is like around the corner from the venue.
Yeah, we're like, okay, and it was Danny's birthday.
Yeah.
So we're like, all right, cool. Like we'll meet you there. So we go back to our parking garage, and our parking garage is locked.
We're like, fuck.
It's like
how do we get into our car if the parking garage is locked?
So I'm like, oh, call his number. Hey, we're trying to go home, and our car's in the garage, and it's locked. What do we do?
They're like, we'll send somebody.
We'll send somebody there. They'll be there in a minute. Okay, cool. Like that was
kind of scary.
That was a relief. It was scary, but it was a relief. I was like, oh God, I'm so glad somebody's gonna like
a small town folk.
Yes,
lost in the big city.
Lost in the big city of downtown Tucson. So, some guy comes over and, oh yeah, this happens every now and then. So we get into our car, we're like, dude, we gotta leave. Like, okay. Like, and I'm like, yeah, so like we leave. We go like, I think like a block over just to park. And then we go up to this bar, and it's, I don't know if you guys know it or not, but it's called the Funky Monk. Downtown Tucson. It's like, dude, like we're like kind of walking in, and everybody, it was a big old line. The place was packed, right?
Yeah, it was a big old line. They're all find us in the VIP section, whatever. So we get in line, and they're like charging everybody to get in.
Yeah.
And I think I put that shirt on at that point.
Maybe.
I think Yeah,
Okay.
I changed
Oh
my
yeah, yeah,
shirt,
yeah.
so I put on like my new shirt, my new Ann Arbor shirt that I wore on last week's episode, and the bouncer was like, oh, you're looking for those guys, like, you know, pointing at my shirt. I'm like, yeah, and then like, oh yeah, no, go ahead. And they let us in for free, and then they pointed us to where they were in like their little VIP section. So
Yeah.
we get there, we're like, hey, and then they're like, hey, and they like, you
They're
know,
just
they
like,
have
oh, you guys are here. Like,
yeah,
we made it.
they have like bottle service and like all
Yeah.
this like
So
just,
it was free,
it was cool.
It was free drinks.
Yeah.
So it was like just a bottle of it was vodka and cranberry. So it's like, sure, like we'll go for it.
And they're just like giving us shots, and we're like doing cheers to this guy's birthday, and we're just
Yeah.
you know, just partying and having a good time.
And it's funny because it's like everybody in the club were like wearing like super tight clothes and, you know, dressed up and looking fancy, and me and her were just looking
We're just like
punkish
hey,
in t-shirt and pants and
a little grungy,
a little
I would
grungy.
say.
Or it's like
A little sweaty.
we don't fit in at all, but we're here.
Yeah, and we're just there, and then man, that night was.
I just remember the bathroom service. I think that was the first time I ever experienced a bathroom service. Like going into the bathroom, and there's some dude there, like, you know, with his towels and like all these mints and cigarettes and gum and all that.
Deodorant, mouthwash, the whole shebang.
And he's just there like just some old man, pretty much, just sitting there. So I go use the restroom. I'm like, what the hell is that? So, you know, finish up, wash my hands, and he's like, oh, here you go, sir. I'm like, oh, thank you. Like, I appreciate that. Like, thank you. And next thing you know, little Chano inside of me is having a like 10-minute conversation with this guy, being like, so like, do you do this every single weekend, or like, how much money do you make? And like, I'm just engaging in a conversation with them, and then I was like, that's really awesome. Like, that's pretty cool that this is like your job.
Yeah.
And then like, so I can like grab this
stuff.
stuff.
I'm like, now that I think about it, that was kind of a long time ago too.
Yeah, it was. And I'm like, so I can just grab this stuff. He's like, yeah, like I don't have to pay you. So I mean, I would appreciate a tip. I'm like, oh
shit, you're all...
I'm like, okay, well, so I for some reason I'm like, there's free cigarettes. So I grab a cigarette. I grab gum, get mouthwash. What else did I get? Some mints. Just a bunch of shit. Toothpicks. And then I put it in my pocket. I'm like, all right, well, here's $2. And he's like, you know what? That's fine. That's good, because I make quite a bit of money here. I'm like, yeah, I know, you told me. So then I leave, and I'm looking back with all my pockets all excited. I'm like, yeah, look at all this shit that I got.
So what the fuck?
She's like, where'd you get that? I'm like, the bathroom.
Not to mention that, but like, you know, the owner of the bar was like there in like the same like section that we were in, and we were just like, they were like, oh yeah, this dude owns this place, yeah, cool, blah blah. We're like, what the heck? What? And I remember having a conversation like, yeah, so you own this place? And he's like, yeah, enjoy whatever you need, come let me know. I think he might have given me his card or like something, but either way,
what's his name? Johnny, I think it was.
I don't fucking know, but either way, I met this one girl. We were at some bar downtown Tucson, and they served these like really big like fish bowls with like Red Bulls and stuff, and they have like all these different so I met this girl because she was trying to get one of those, but you can't get one by yourself. You have to have a friend with you because it has a lot of alcohol, apparently. I don't know. Yeah. And you know, whenever they give them to you, they give you like a shit ton of straws. And so she's like, hey, come with me to come get this drink. And I was like, okay, sure. And I'm just there. And then she's like, hi, nice to meet you. And then, you know, we became friends, exchanged like Snapchat shit, whatever. And then I think that was like the last time that I saw her that night. Yeah. And then, you know, a couple years later, I see her and I'm like, that bitch look familiar.
At the Funky Monk, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And I was like, wait a second. I know her. And because somebody, like one of the guys that we were like hanging around, he was like, that bitch looks pissed. And I was like, whoa, wait, I know her. And then I like stopped her and I was like, hey. And then she's like, she turns around and she's like, hi. And I was like, hey. And then she's like, and we were both just like, oh shit, it is you. Because I was like, oh, I thought you looked familiar. And she's like, yeah, oh my God, how you been, girl? What's up, whatever. And then she sits down next to me. And then she also has like a bottle service. And so she's sharing like drinks with me from like her area. And I was just like, just sitting there talking casually, whatever. And then like this other guy that we were hanging out around with, he was just like, are you a lesbian? And I was like, huh? He's like, you got more game than I do. And I was like, bitch. I was like, you see that guy over there? That's my fucking boyfriend, you idiot. Like, what the fuck? And then he's like, oh, it's just the way that you like just started talking to this girl. And I was like, well, apparently I know her. Like, chill. Oh, and then he's like, oh, well, like, is she single? And then I was like, are you single? And then she's like, no. And she was like fighting with her boyfriend that night or something. I don't know. Oh yeah. But more about that later. So the bar like starts to close, and we're like, oh, getting ready to leave. And then this girl, she invites us to go to this other place that I thought it was like a bar. She called it like a club or something. And we're we're like, huh? Yeah, let's go. So we all go our separate ways, and then she like gives me the address of where to go, or we follow her or something, and then we go to this one place, and it's like a hookah lounge, and like they have like just music and
but it was another cover fee to get inside that place.
Oh, it was
another cover fee, but the boyfriend was all, you guys are cool, so I'm gonna pay for you guys.
We're like, yeah, okay, sure, all right.
Sure, yeah, we're just here for the ride, man. We stopped drinking like hours ago. We're chilling at this point.
Yeah.
So he gets us in, and we're just like, man,
this is weird.
This is weird.
Not our vibe.
It's like, even like, like how I said earlier, everybody was like in tight clothing and ready to party and stuff. This was like an upper step of people like more tighter clothing, and just partying. And we're just, and
here we are. The guys were wearing like suits, and the girls were all wearing dresses and heels and like their makeup, like just.
And here we are, still looking all grungy. What is this,
a goddamn quinceañera?
We're just like, we do not fit in this spot at all whatsoever.
Yeah, it was weird, but it was still fun. We partied a little bit, and we're just there, just kind of vibing. Like, ooh, they had a Gatorade, like in their little fridge thing for sale. They had a little concession stand with chips and all that. So we're like, hell yeah. And then we're just like in the little hookah lounge, listening to
just it was a Mexican band, right? They're playing like the drums and the what do you call it?
Keyboard?
No, like that whole group. What do you call like a specific band? Group? Well, that's specific. Huh?
A banda?
Is that what you call it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that. I didn't know the name for it.
A band?
Well, yeah, but like they weren't singing; they were just playing instruments. Were they singing?
Yeah.
I just remember instruments
because it was pretty loud. But
it was.
Anyways, everyone was just dancing.
Yeah, everybody was dancing, but I wasn't.
Chilling.
I wasn't dancing.
No.
She was dancing with the girl that she ran into at the bar. I was over there with the boyfriend. And
with her boyfriend?
With her boyfriend, yeah.
And that guy was nasty.
The dude was like, literally like in my face. Like, get closer. In my face. Just super close. And he was just like going on and on about how much money he makes and how much of like a fucking badass that he is. And at the same time, I'm just over here being like, trying not to be rude. I'm listening to him, but it's like trying to wipe off. Ew,
and then he had like the white, like crusty, like that white little wine.
So that's at that point. That's how you know it's more than just alcohol. And he's just like, this bitch doesn't even know that I'll give her all the money and this and that and this and that. I'm like, dude, like, stop spitting on me. One thing. The second thing, it's not all about money, man. It's more than that. You got to care for her. He's all, I fucking do. He was just going, like, he did not reason with me at all whatsoever. And I was like, okay. So I'm just like literally just there with my water or Gatorade or something. Just there, standing, looking at the floor. And he's just going on and on and on. I was like, yep, yeah, man.
Ew.
So I look over at my wife, and then she wasn't my wife yet, but she was my girlfriend still. We weren't engaged yet either.
Mm-mm. That
So
was a long time ago.
Look over there at her, and there she is, just. And I'm like, she's having so much more fun than I am right now. I'm like, this is cool. Like, I'm still having a good time. I'm still just being like, dude, how do we even get it? How do we even get here?
I don't know. And then we left.
Yeah, then we left.
They were fighting.
They were fighting.
And we were like,
they were fighting all the way up to the point that they got into the car and left. And we're just like, well,
we were like, that's fine.
I think it was like almost 3. No, I think it was like 4 in the morning almost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So then we get into our car and we're just like, dude,
let's go home.
What the heck? So yeah, so we start driving home, get on the interstate, and we start leaving. And then as soon as we get like out of Tucson, I think like the sun was like barely creeping up. And we're just like, man, how much money do we still have? Like, dude, we still have like $35. How much money did we spend? All I bought was the shirt and that one shot. And I think that was about it.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, wow, we had a really great night and we didn't spend anything. And we went everywhere. It felt like everywhere.
It was a long night.
It was a long night. But it was a fun night, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Something that we still remember fairly well.
That's just one story.
That's just one story. But just wait till the like next couple podcasts. We still have more to talk about.
Oh my God.
I think like each podcast is like about 2 stories per podcast ish. Something like that.
Yeah. Shout out to Ann Arbor for great shows.
Shout out to Ann Arbor for being just freaking awesome.
I think I had a conversation with Slade about that night, but I'm not sure. I think I messaged him like, hey, dude,
dude, we missed out an important part of that story.
What?
Whenever we like run into Slade.
Oh yeah, the most important part of the story.
When we finally got to like the bar to go hang out with them.
They were like, oh, you guys made it. We didn't think you guys were going to make it.
I'm like, yeah, no, like we would have been here about like, 10, 15, 20 minutes earlier, but we had to wait for the security guard guy to come open up the garage door.
We had to wait because
we got locked out.
We got locked out of the parking garage.
And like, this was his only response.
He was so horrified, like he was so scared and shocked, and
he came by, like he opened the door for us. He thought, oh okay, good. I'm like, yeah.
His response, the way his jaw just dropped, and he was just looking at us both like
we got locked out.
He like, you can tell what was going through his head, like, oh my God, this is all my fault. Oh no, what do I do? How do I help you guys? Like, why are you guys still here? Like, what the heck? Like, he was just like immediate like panic mode, and we were just like, oh no, it's cool. Like, we got taken care of. And then he was just like,
we're good.
He was just like, holy shit, you guys, what the hell?
I was worried. And we're like, it's okay, man.
He's like, you guys are okay. You guys are okay. We're like, no, dude, we're good. We're good. Gucci gang.
That was freaking hilarious.
Man. That was funny. That was like the highlight of the whole night, which is his reaction.
Sorry, I just have to check it. That's going to be a stupid thing, and I'm tired of it.
Saturdays for the boys and Mother Ann.
Yeah. It's funny.
Why?
You're one of the boys.
Yeah.
But it's like, you're still a girl, but you're one of the boys. If that makes sense.
No, it definitely makes sense. I've always been one of the boys.
Yeah, but you're still a girl.
Yeah.
But you're one of the boys.
Yeah, I know. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I wish you were around to like...
What?
I wish you could have met my original gang.
Well, I met them.
Well,
but I didn't meet them then.
If you would have met them then, you'd be like, fuck that bitch. She's a bitch.
I don't want to chew in the microphone.
Like I've been doing?
Yeah, I don't want to be all... No,
I don't want to chew on the microphone and then you chew on the microphone.
I chew on the microphone. Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, you know what? You know what? I saw it today.
What?
It was a video about like, all right, it's stupid. Whenever people say, I was today years old when I, whatever.
Hmm.
It's like
That's annoying.
it is annoying when people say I was today's.
I was today years old.
I was today's or today.
Today years old. I was today years old.
Either way, I think that's like just
like people are gonna watch this and be like, "Oh, I was today years old when I found out that oranges and tequila go good together."
that's dumb.
I agree.
That's dumb.
I
Either way, so like
I hate that trend.
What this person thing was what when he was today years old for, that on Lion King with the skull.
Oh yeah, well that's Mufasa.
Whenever he like figured it out, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, dude, it's like imagine if like you recorded yourself whenever you figured that out on your own.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that would have been better for you. Because like you would have been the first one to say it.
Well, I actually did a painting of that.
Yeah, you did. You did do a painting of it.
Go get it. I'm just playing.
I was like, I don't want to get it.
No, I'm just kidding. I did do a painting of that.
It's like, do you guys remember that scene in Lion King in the original cartoon movie when Scar is holding up the skull and he's going,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, to me, like as a kid watching it, I was like, whatever. Like he's just holding a skull from one of his recent kills that he was eating. And then this girl comes along being like, you know what that skull is? And this was like in the past couple of years. And I'm like, no. I'm like, what is it? And then she's all, so, lions.
Lions what?
Tell me.
Okay, so bit of pride, which is what you call like a lion like group, whatever. It's called a pride. When they kill another lion or one of them dies, they eat the remains. If it's part of their, well, either way they're gonna eat it, but especially if it's part of their pride. So obviously in the movie, Scar got his brother killed. And what did they do? They ate the remains. So the skull that you're seeing is Mufasa's skull.
If I was
So
that
it just
bird,
goes to show that Disney does not skip out on any details.
no, they don't. They
think
they
everything
meticulously
through.
think of everything.
Yeah.
They really do. If you don't think they do, shoot. It's literally a table of people going over everything, making sure that they go over every single detail. Like the street signs,
Can't leave anything out.
the what do you call it? License plates, like all those things.
There's always a message behind
There's always a
single
message
thing.
behind every single scene. Even if it sounds ridiculous, it's there.
Yeah, but not just that, but like okay, so like Lion King specifically, or like any movies like that about a specific culture or specific like type of like animals or whatever. Like they have people do research on everything so that they don't miss out on those details.
Yeah.
Like they have like people who specialize in that kind of like study to come and work on this movie so that they don't miss out on the details.
So they don't mess up.
Yeah. Okay, one thing that I absolutely hate about the remakes is the fans of the like they're like, oh,
this is nothing like the original.
it's not supposed to be.
No,
like,
it's not.
Oh, that makes me so mad. It's like, oh yeah.
I mean, they're taking the story
I
and
can't
just
believe they're
reimagining
remaking
it.
this.
But you know, here's the thing that I found, not found, but I forgot who it was, but it was somewhere that they said it's like these movies are not made for the kids back in 1994 or 1990s. These remakes are not made for them. These remakes are made for the kids that are now like today. It's like obviously we're adults now, right?
Yeah, obviously.
Those movies are not made for us. So it's like the reason why like so many movies like flop, or not just flop, but just like have so much bad mouth is because we're adults. Our creativity and our imagination.
Our brain,
our imagination,
our thought process?
that little part of the brain where we think creatively is destroyed because we're constantly thinking of like what we need to do in reality and what we need to do like in like real time. But that part of our imagination has been destroyed because we're adults now.
Yeah.
So that's why whenever we see these live action movies, we're like, this is nothing like the original. This is not what's supposed to happen. It's supposed to be like this. It's like whenever we first saw the movie, like in animation style, none of that was supposed to happen in that particular way. But we enjoyed the shit out of it because we were kids. We loved it. That was awesome.
Yeah.
But obviously, if you want to compare it, it's like you can't compare it because it's different. It's different now because it's like kids are different now. They don't like 2D animation.
Because it's like,
I mean,
each
in a
generation
sense, they don't like,
is just...
like, think about it. Cocomelon's not even 2D animation. It's freaking 3D.
I hate Cocomelon.
Yeah, but anyways, that's a different story. But like kids, whenever they watch live action movies, it's so real to them. It's so like, this is bizarre. Like I never been inside of Africa before. So I'd like seen a lion cub walking around. It's like, that's amazing. For us, we're like, dude, this is fake. Like,
well,
who cares if it's fake?
Speak for yourself because I thought it was great.
No, I thought it was amazing. I had an amazing time with every single live action movie. Like I don't have any hate for any of it.
Same. But that's one of the things that pisses me off the most is like that people are like, it was nothing like the original cartoon, and it's like, bitch, it's not supposed to be. That's why it's a whole remake thing. Like, don't watch it don't watch it compared to like the original. Watch it as its own thing, which is what it's supposed to be. Like, it's not supposed to be exactly like.
No, because like there was, if you were to watch the original, there's a lot of mistakes. There's a lot of plot holes.
Yeah,
and they try to fix that. Not
just like the plot holes or whatever, but also like the accents and the cultural stuff, the animal,
the accuracy and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is dumb because like they did have a bunch of people like go and like research that shit.
Yeah. No, it's like a lot of things are supposed to be spot on.
Like this is the 90s. We don't have to worry about that yet.
And like it's like everything was whitewashed then.
Oh, for sure.
And it's like, yes, I understand now that they're trying to bring in diversity and everything like that, and I respect that, and I think that's freaking awesome. But at the same time, it's like, just don't lose that factor of accuracy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Disney's such a big, like, damn.
Yeah, and a lot of people hate Disney. I mean, I understand why they hate Disney.
I know.
Because they ruined Star Wars.
What?
And in a sense, they kind of, like, there's so many, like, wrongdoings in the
against Star Wars,
in the sequels. Like I still love the movies.
Like the last trilogy.
Yeah, I still love them.
Yeah.
I still appreciate them.
Oh yeah.
But it's like they're like,
I mean,
they just like it just turned into like a complete like it was like as much of a mess as the first podcast.
Yeah, not just that, but it's just like they're just trying to make money.
They are,
honestly, like
which is
that's like
shoot. If I could make money like that, I would just spitball.
That's what it is though. They're spitballing shit just so that they can make money. They're like, like the whole Baby Yoda thing. Like,
it doesn't matter if you have 1,000 people
watch the new Mandalorian
or a million people or 10 billion people.
Yeah,
freaking. I don't think there's 10 billion people in this world yet.
10 billion?
Yeah, I think we're like 9.6.
We're like really close.
We're really close.
That's
stupid.
Anyway,
but I'm trying to say is like,
stop making fucking babies.
If you
I'm just kidding.
If you have everybody just to like revolt against Disney, they'd be like, so anyways, let's remake Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh no!
Let's remake.
Please stop.
Dumbo, whatever. I haven't
seen
Dumbo yet. Yeah. So you ready for the shot?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Well. Happy Tequila Tuesday.
Happy Tequila Tuesday, guys. So,
oh,
why Tequila Tuesday? Why do we? I mean, obviously we drink tequila on Tuesdays because they both start with T's and we like it. And on Tuesdays we didn't have to work until the next day at 6 p.m. So it's like, let's just get drunk and drink tequila because it's fun, it's great, it tastes good. But there's a bigger purpose as to why we there's a bigger purpose as to why we like get together and hang out and drink.
Okay, so Tuesday was like basically like our Sunday, right? Ish. But we, specifically me, you, and like a couple of friends, like we would get together and just like get ready for the week, honestly, and just get started. And we were just all in like this big like what's the word? Cycle. We were just stuck in this cycle that we just couldn't get out of, like, because it's like, you know, we used our Tequila Tuesdays as a way to just like cope and to just hang out and to just like let out all our feelings and just to like
And we were
get ready for the week and just
we were all surrounded by a bunch of individuals that were
like-minded,
like-minded, and just wanting to do something more with our lives and just be
happy
and further than what we were doing in the first place.
Yeah.
Get through it and just like keep pushing. It's like, what's the bigger picture that you guys are going for? And like for us, like we've been talking this forever. Like our bigger picture is just it's like, I wanted to make movies and I wanted to just keep making movies and creating stories and just doing this and doing that. And like I don't know if that was your biggest picture.
Well,
but
technically no. I was still kind of a little bit not sure where I wanted to be. I still kind of am unsure. I'm just kind of going with the flow. But you know, like I like to.
You caught on to it though.
Yeah, and I like to create just as much as you do,
Yeah.
which that's why we like fit so well together. Just because we're both just like creative as fuck.
Yeah.
You like to make movies. I like to create stories, and like, you know, we both just like, you know, we're able to collaborate really well and like put all these. Yeah. We're like tequila and oranges.
Yeah. Oh, brother!
Oh my!
This guy stinks.
Why would you even? I didn't fart.
No, it's gonna be about the guy. It's like, where's my Diet Dr. Kelp?
Oh, that makes sense.
You didn't bring my
brother. Drink? This.
How can I enjoy my pizza without my Diet Dr. Kelp?
I was basically Squidward.
Yeah. But
and your dumbass was SpongeBob, just oblivious to everything and just fucking ready for.
I was just ready to.
I was just like,
go.
I was just already
honestly,
like.
I'm not saying that we are Squidward and SpongeBob or whatever, but it's like
you were.
Huh?
If we were,
I think that's how you can picture us. But Squidward has some love.
He's artistic.
But Squidward,
he has love for his own thing.
Squidward's bland.
I mean, he does, like, you know, dream about a better life to, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Be with his clarinet and stuff like that. But he did have his like artistic like shit going on. Yeah. But he was just one of those people that was just stuck in that cycle, and he just couldn't break out of it because of all this other dumb shit.
So, like...
And also, who's going to look out for SpongeBob's dumbass? I was trying to drop out of school.
Yeah.
I was trying to.
I mean, but whatever. But it's like, that's all history. That's all past. But, like, whenever, like, we met, I was just, like, you know, just starstruck about her. And,
Did you know who I was? Like, when we first met?
No.
You didn't? You said you did.
Well, I mean, like, I knew your name. That's about it.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's like we would just vent and we would just rant about everything that was just like
school and
pissing us off.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we were just like, you know what? But at the same time, we were just like, but the good things about this and that, it's like we always try to like look at the bright side of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I would try to.
I mean, we all tried to. But that's why we'd get together, is just because, like, you know, like we were the bright side of stuff. We were like there for each other.
Yeah.
And we were all having a hard time, but, you know, like Tequila Tuesday was just like a way for all of us to just be human instead of these fucking like slave robots.
Yeah.
Trying to like conform to society, I guess.
Yeah. Like, God, I'm thankful for Tequila Tuesday.
Honestly, yeah. We all went through a lot, and Tequila Tuesday definitely helped us get through a lot of that stuff. For sure. Yeah. And like I said, like, I don't know if I said that already, but Tequila Tuesday wasn't just a thing for us to just like get drunk. It's like, yeah, you know, like.
Yeah, getting, like, a lot of people.
The whole point wasn't just to get drunk. It was just like a way to just like release.
Yeah.
And just.
It's so sad whenever, I mean, not saying it's sad, but just like when people look down on getting drunk, it's like, yeah, like.
Well, that's because people take it to like a whole nother level. Like they rely on only getting drunk as a way to like release and all that stuff like that.
If they release, it was more of just
that's
coping.
True. Coping. Yeah. It's definitely like, you got to be careful for sure with how much you drink and why you're drinking in the first place. Because if you're using alcohol,
if you're in a bad spot,
if you're abusing it, it's a way of, there's a fine line between
comes down to the whole responsibility,
using and abusing kind of shit. Yeah, like don't abuse it.
Yeah,
which is like, you know,
don't abuse this gift.
Honestly. Even though you're literally poisoning yourself.
You're literally poisoning yourself. Yeah, it is a poison.
There's ways to.
There's a reason why
be responsible about it.
There's a reason why God gave us this ability to repair our own liver.
Channel alert.
Whenever they wake up the next day, having that message planted inside of their head, being like
it's all good, dude.
Go. Not just it's all good, but like what am I working for?
You got shit to do. Let's do it.
What are you working for?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Bigger picture stuff.
Bigger picture stuff. And it's like the amount of times that me and her have had this conversation, just us two, sitting on the couch, just like,
with each other.
What is it that you want? What is it that you want to do? And it's like we've had this like back and forth of like what we want to do, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like we just kept going and going and doing and doing and doing and doing and doing. And we're at this point of like, we are where we are right now.
Here we are.
Here we are. Because it's like everything is falling into place because this is what we asked for. This is what we want. And we're doing what we're doing because it's what we love and it's what we've been craving for a longest time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like this podcast is one of those things, like it's such an evolution of our Talavera's, and well, it's an evolution of Tequila Tuesday, because every Tuesday you guys get to hang out with us and watch us talk about whatever bullshit we're talking about. But at the same time, it's like we're just sharing our stories and doing our thing. But that's the point, is just to talk about whatever is just on our mind. But when we get down to the serious moment, it's like when we separate and go our own separate ways, it's like I'm going to wake up the next day and start taking care of whatever I need to take care of, because that's what we've been on. That's what we've been doing.
Yeah.
And it's like when we, back in the day, whenever we did our Tequila Tuesdays, we go to work and it's like, oh man, yeah, I'm so drunk, whatever. But table to table, you know, as servers or bartending, it's like every single tip that we would make, we're like, this specific money is going to a specific place. And this place is just to either take care of whatever you need to take care of, which was bills or for food or for whatever. It's like, but in the end, I'm working my way into my goal of creating
tomorrow,
the
bigger picture,
the bigger picture.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's a mission. It's like, obviously I'm not going to wake up one day and be like, damn, in a blink of an eye, I made it. It's like, no, it's not a blink of an eye. It's 1,000,001 eyes of blinking to get where we need to get.
Yeah.
And right now we're inching closer and closer and closer to where we want to be.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's one of the things that's like the biggest thing about like being here in Lordsburg, it's just that Lordsburg is a great place of people.
It really is. Like
because
the community.
community.
Yeah. As a community, for sure. Like, I'm really glad to be a part of this community that can come together as one. Like, if whether somebody goes through like something tragic or they need help, like the community is just like really good at just like coming together and helping each other out and just like getting together, you know what I mean? The only thing that just sucks is like it's only when something tragic happens or when somebody's in need of help. It's like we need more reasons to like celebrate, because like I said, like the community is really, really good at coming together for specific things and to help each other and stuff like that. But it's a lot of times it's only when somebody needs help because they just went through something tragic or like something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's just like we just need more we need more reasons to like celebrate and just to like get together, which a lot of families do, and there's, you know, stuff going on here and there, but still, like, I just feel like as a community we need to do better to get together and celebrate the good times, not just the bad times.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, we're always going to be there to like uplift each other and to help each other, but I just want it to be, I feel like it would be more of an impact if we could just celebrate things and make bigger events out of other things. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, do you get what I'm saying?
I do.
You get what I'm saying?
I do.
You get what I'm saying, right?
I get what she's saying.
Yeah.
Come
on, Lordsburg. We got this shit.
We got this shit.
We've seen what you can do.
Like how we said last podcast, is that there's a lot of people our age that came back for a reason to help this town, to grow, to be where it needs to be.
Because they have this ambition and like, okay, yeah, it is a good place to raise your kids. Some people could disagree, but like, honestly, it is. It's small, it's safe, it's quiet, it's peaceful.
Yeah. Yeah,
there's like some bad stuff around, but that's everywhere you go, no matter what. There has to be that like little balance, you know what I mean?
Right.
So like it's gonna be everywhere no matter what, but like as a community,
be as big as Cruces? No, I don't think so.
No, I wouldn't want to be.
I wouldn't want to either.
No, I like it small.
It's like yeah, we are small. But it's like at the same time, it's like it's it's but it's like we need to think of like what do we all need in order to be. I think overall the biggest thing is just to be entertained.
Entertainment.
Yeah. We create our own entertainment.
Oh, definitely. I mean, because like how we said earlier, we're in the middle of everything and everybody just goes out of town for like a weekend to like do all this stuff. But it's like, no, we definitely need a bunch of stuff like in town as far as like entertainment. What? We don't have that many options.
I have a lot of high hopes for Lordsburg.
Yeah.
I do. I really do.
I think we all do. But it's just like, we're just like, it's just one of those things where it's like you kind of either you're sitting around waiting for somebody to do it or you do it yourself.
Right. And I one of the things that I believe about this podcast is that
awareness. We're
bringing awareness for that.
Yeah.
And whenever we bring people onto this podcast and they bring their message or they bring their drive for whatever they want to do, it's like we're creating that awareness for this community to work towards that same goal, or just to like help towards it, or to donate, or whatever the hell it is.
And it's like I really hope that we can get something done, or somebody can help us get something done. But without
not just hope, but we are going to get things done in this place.
Fine. Okay.
We are.
Good. Okay, I'm with you on that then.
Hell yeah.
Okay, let's do it then.
Okay, let's do it.
But not just that, it's like let's just do it for fun. Like, without bringing all these politicians in, without bringing all this political stuff, without bringing in all this like, oh, well, this person said they're going to do this. And like, you know, the whole
drama.
Yes, because that's a whole lot of small town mindedness, which is like, what do they call it? Small town syndrome or whatever. Yeah. Which is like, you know, whatever. We'll get into that another time. But it's like, it's annoying. That's one of the things that holds a lot of people back from doing the kind of shit that they love, because there's other people that are going to be like, oh, well, you know, here comes negative Nancy to bring in all the negative shit and be like, you can't do that because this, and this.
Yeah.
Or, oh, let's get this person involved. And like all of a sudden it becomes a political thing. And it's like, what? Like, no, we're trying to like just have fun and like, you know, like
bring some good.
Be proud of our fucking town. You know what I mean?
Hell
like,
yeah. It's like, I'm tired of people being like, Lordsburg. It's like,
yeah, it's like, that's true, dude, but
Lordsburg is, I don't know what it is about Lordsburg, but Lordsburg is just, it's a good place.
It is a good place, but that's just one of the things that like gets overlooked. It should just
be a stronger, beautiful community.
The pride should be bigger.
It should be bigger.
Yeah. We should be more proud of where we're from instead of, because obviously there's like bad things that come out of Lordsburg, but that's every town. That's every city, every country, like everywhere.
Every state,
like,
whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where you're from. There's always going to be like a bad side of that. It's like
we got to stop looking at the bad things.
Yeah.
And start focusing on the good things and making them stronger to push out the negativity. Yeah. The bad things.
But a lot of people too, like they like the negativity and they like the drama. That's what they live for because they just they get sucked into that. You know what I mean?
I freaking love Lordsburg. Lordsburg is a great town, and I think it's just going to get better. I really do.
I think so too.
Better as in it's not going to look so ugly, and it's going to be like whenever our kids graduate from this place, they're going to be like, you know what? I come from Lordsburg. Not being like, I come from Lordsburg. Yeah. It's like, say it with your chest, man.
Like, be proud of where you come from. And it's like, well, give them a reason to be proud of where they come from.
Yeah.
We're all from the same place. Like, let's just be proud of it. And, you know, like, there's a lot of rebuilding to do. But, like, you know, as long as we all stick together, we can fucking get it done. And that's it.
And whatever. We're just going to keep doing it.
Yeah.
So, this is our last shot because this is the end of the bottle.
Yeah.
I think.
But
should be.
Yeah. Anyways, back to support.
Yeah, support. So we're talking about like getting together as a community and doing this and that. But what we can ask out of you guys to support us. Support us, it doesn't take much. All it takes is of course liking and subscribing goes a long way for us.
One of the things that I like would really, really like and appreciate the most is feedback.
Yeah.
Like, don't be shy. Like, tell me whatever you want. Like, even if like you don't have to like publicly comment anything, you can like direct message and either of us and tell us whatever. Like, feedback is really important because then it like gives us like a good like reason to come back, but also like
motivation too.
Yeah. And you know, just like tell us what you want to hear us talk about.
Yeah.
You know, the encouragement and all that stuff, it helps a lot. But also like don't be afraid to leave comments or share our shit. Like, it's all good. Like, it's not that bad, guys. It's not that hard.
It's not that hard.
Like, you can easily share. You can easily share your favorite celebrities' posts or TikToks or whatever the hell. But so then share ours. Yeah. Just do it. Like, yeah. You want to see us grow like you say you do, then like prove it.
Show it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And prove it. Show it. Yeah.
Yeah. Support means a lot, and it helps out a lot too.
Yeah. And I think one of the things I said before was that we want others here with this podcast.
Oh yeah.
Just so because that's our best way of being able to show support
and
too.
Like also like reach out.
I don't know. Yeah.
But one of the things is like, okay, so if you want to be a guest on our podcast, we need better equipment or more equipment. You know what I mean? And one of the best ways to do that is to like go to our like little buy me a coffee link. You can donate as much as a freaking $1. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, just anything helps really. Like, you know, like you want to see us grow, we want to see you guys grow. Like, we want you here, you want to be here. Like, whatever. Like we just, and it's like I'm not like trying to be like, ooh no, give me your money. Like no, like just anything helps really. Like the support. You know what I mean?
This is the kind of podcast that's going to be around for a really long time, whether you like it or not.
I was about to say, whether you like it or
whether
not.
you like it or not, we're still going to stick around, and we're still going to do what we do because we have a mission and we have a goal to not just change this community, but just to help inspire you to chase after your goals and chase after your missions and just to get things done.
Yeah, for sure.
That's one of the biggest things. It's like again and again and again. Doesn't matter where you come from. Even if you come from Lawrenceburg or even come from a smaller town, it's like you can get things done
wherever you're at.
Wherever you at. Even if your dreams seem like they're freaking impossible, you can still get it done. And we're here to show that and to prove it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, again, I think this is it for us. I think we just hit about our time of going on. You guys are awesome. You guys are amazing. Cheers to you.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for your support.
You guys are amazing. We love you. We'll see you next Tuesday, man.
See you next Tuesday.
Oh, yeah. Mm.